go into our practice problems here to do that. Let's find a good one. Those aren't good. Here, this one's better. Last week we started talking about our rules for divisibility. I had them written out there on the board. Talking about, if a number is divisible by 2, it's what? Look in your notes if you're not sure. Yeah, it's an even number. How do you know if a number is divisible by 3?
Add the number together, make it 9.
Okay, if you add up the digits together and that number is divisible by 3, then you know that whole number is going to be divisible by 3. How do you know if a number is divisible by 5? It'll end in a 0 or a 5, okay? How about 6? How do you know if a number is divisible by 6? Add them up, and then what? And if it's divisible by 3, and if it's even. It has to be even, okay? All right, how about 9? What do we learn about 9? The digits add up, and then what?
Indivisible by 9.
And divisible by 9. So like a number like 81, you can add 8, you can add 1, and get 9, and you know that that number is in fact divisible by 9. All right, how do you know if a number is divisible by 10? Ends in a 0. Okay, so when we talked about prime factorization, we started talking about the idea that we have 2 different types of numbers. We have prime numbers and we have composite numbers. If a number is prime, that means that it has just 2 factors, itself and the number 1. A number that's composite is going to have multiple factors. When you are being given the assignment to find the prime factorization of a number, you're looking at a composite number that needs to be broken down into its prime parts. And that's when we were looking at those prime factor trees. So as a review, if you have the number 275, you know you can start with which number to try to break this number down based upon our rules of divisibility.
3. 5.
You do 5.
5, okay.
You could do 14 is not divisible by 3. All right, so 275 divided by 5. 5, subtract 25, so here you're left with 55. My recommendation to you is to always, once you hit a prime number, circle it, so you know that basically you're done there. Okay, 55, what 2 numbers can you multiply together to get 55? 5 and 11. So again, prime, 11 is prime. So if we were to break these numbers down to their prime parts, you could say that 5 squared times 11 is going to be your prime factorization for 275. All right? You guys try this one. 363. I'm going to break 363 down to its prime factor.